Hey Clashers, Billius here. Play like a wizard. Well, Townhall 11 3-star attacks are getting rare, although I know players, including those in my clan, are trying different methods, trying to figure out how to get to those 3 stars. So what I thought I would do today is show 4 examples where 3 stars were achieved, and I've got 4 attacks, starting with a Queen Walk Bowler Healer, then a Giant Golem Bowler Baby attack that I did, followed by a Queen Walk with an interesting split, Golem Bowlers for the other corner, and a King Bowlers going up the middle. And then an interesting attack that has no healers at all, Giants, Wizards, Bowlers, and Volks, all getting together to get a 3-star attack on a pretty strong base. In this first attack, I've diagrammed the very long Queen Walk in yellow, and the main attack consisting primarily of bowlers in blue going around the ring of the base. This is a base that's fairly common, so you should find the attack interesting. And one thing you'll find interesting is a little surprise at the start of the attack, so watch out for that. 2 Teslas show up right on the queen, and Toe Factor is recovering with the rage. He's got his healers. Now some wall breakers through the rage to crack through that magma, but there's more surprises. The defenders really armed up this side of the base. You're going to see a lot of air bombs, seeking air mines, and air skelly traps. Now he's starting to snipe a few outside buildings with bowlers. On stronger bases, it's a nice idea to bring along the Warden with the Queen. There's a pre-placed rage, that's interesting. The bowler's all surging through that jump directly towards the corner. Look at these air skeletons taking out healers, using poison on them, which is, you don't see that every day. And now the Queen Walk together with the bowlers are going around the base. Grand Warden ability before they get to the Infernal. So the strategy was simple. Start off with a Queen Walk and then get the bowlers going one way around the base. It's a lot more effective. And if they can team up with the Queen Walk, you have a much better chance. And look at this, that jump and some bowlers going in after the Town Hall. So this is pretty well a max base as far as I can tell, and it's being taken out by this attack, which just shows you the power of bowlers with a Queen Walk. A lot of these 3-star attacks depend on a very good Queen Walk to set the stage and to help work around the base. Now he's got a freeze left, so that'll be great. You can use it on this single Infernal. Might not be needed, but there it is. It's got all 3 defenses. So great attack by Toe Factor. And what I loved about this attack and I wanted to show is don't give up. Those Teslas and air skellies really made it difficult. Well, I had a comp set up to use baby dragons to be delayed and go in after an isolated Town Hall. But this friendly challenge came up and I had to improvise. So on this attack, you're going to see how I've split up the army to go on both sides of that V up at the top. And they're going to converge on that jump, head into the core. And instead of using the babies to take out the Town Hall, I'm going to use them on either corner to help clear out outside buildings. And what I've done here is I've split up my Giants and my Golem, come in from either side at the top. And what's key on this attack is the rages and the timing of the Warden ability to clear out that heavy core. Alright, here we go. There's the jump. Now I've got a CC of Giants, a Golem coming in the other side through that little opening. Spread bowlers, hoping to take out that ring on either side so that most of them will go into the core. Now they're converging on the jump together with the Giants. There's a Rage to get them moving. An early Warden ability because it would protect so many of those bowlers. Rage at the Townhall. And despite the fact that I haven't brought as many bowlers as I normally would on this type of attack because of the baby drags, they're making a lot of headway in the core. Now you can see the baby dragons helping out the queen on one side, working on those buildings on the other. Now here we go with the last Rage, and the bowlers are just lined up taking out buildings around the ring. Babies are still at work coming in. There I've dropped my last baby drag on the right. So the base layout was exploited in this case. The gap in the floating wall up at the top, the very large core, so using the Rages and Warden ability with the bowlers. And there you have another 3-star. Well, here's a pretty common base. I used to call it the ring moat. Some call it a donut or an eye. Take a look at this. We're going to use a queen walk, the yellow arrow on the right, to clear out that side of the ring. And then a golem with some bowlers to go in the other corner. And then a follow-up with the king and the bowlers going straight towards the core. Well, this isn't a max base, but I wanted to show you this method because it's pretty effective. And it is one way to help clear both corners and open up a funnel towards the core on an island base like this. First stage, the queen walk from the top. Notice the loon. It helps absorb any seeking air mine that might be heading for the healers. Wall breakers going in. Now the queen's going to enter the ring and especially work on that corner. There's the Rage to heal her up as she's under fire. Now here comes the golem and bowlers on the left hand side. You can see them there. Poison to slow down the king. Meanwhile, you've got to keep an eye on that queen heading down the other side. But there we go. Here comes the main force. You can't delay too long. The timer isn't very long for Townhall 11s. Here we go with the bowlers, the warden, and the king, with an easy and direct walk to that core after the great funneling on both sides, and a Rage, warden ability, get them in early. Great clearing of the core. Queen is doing great. She's using her ability now. Bowlers have jumped back out of that core. They're heading around the base now, which is fantastic. And here's the clan castle. It's a little late in the game for these giants. And that's why it helps when the queen started from the opposite side. No interest in taking out the clan castle. This really started as a 2-star attack attempt. There we go. It's a little more work. This bomb tower. Bomb towers are not very impressive to me. They don't really affect how I would plan an attack or worry about it too much. So there we have a nice example of splitting up the attack into 3 segments in order to create a funnel and get to the core and take it out. Alright, so this diagram's a little busy, so let me walk you through it. The attack is going in from the west side, starting with a stream of 13 giants, followed by a large group of wizards behind all those giants, and then the clan castle of bowlers with Valkyries as well, all heading in through that jump. Now the brown circle is a quake to open up that core, help encourage troops to walk through there as opposed to the ring, together with rages on either side of the jump to help clear out those sections faster before the main troops head through the quake. Now this attack is by an enemy attacker attacking one of my clanmates up in Legend. Here we go, there's the quake. And this base is pretty well maxed. There are a few upgrades underway, an Expo and a couple of Teslas. Now we should see the jump, and now the giants spread out. Very interesting. Notice there are no healers in this raid. Look at all the wizards. Now the Clan Castle bowlers, heroes, Valkyries spread out as well. All heading in. Notice the rages clearing out either side of that ring. And with the Warden ability and rage, now the troops are taking down the Townhall and the Eagle artillery. Giants are very effective at taking out these buildings. I haven't seen 13 giants in a long time, so it's great to see them making a comeback. And against a base that's basically maxed. It's pretty cool. Now notice this was a southern teaser base, more or less. There was a wide opening at the bottom that would encourage attackers to come in from the south. Typically, I always look at the sides of these types of bases as an entry point. Now the Queen and the Warden, look at the health they have despite no healers. And I think that's a testimony to how effective the 13 giants were, acting as a meat shield across the attack. And now he's just going to finish up the raid at the top. Very nice attack. Sometimes it's worthwhile bringing an enemy attack. You can learn a lot from them. Well, 3-starring Town Hall 11s is pretty rare these days, especially max bases or highly developed bases. But I thought by showing some of these attacks in multi and up in legend, it would give you some ideas. I hope you find some gems out there. Keep clashing. You can support my channel by subscribing and clicking like if you enjoyed the video. I've recommended a few videos here, but remember my video library has over 125 videos covering all sorts of topics from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 11. So be sure to check it out. Play like a wizard.